Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of WCW Nitro. We are here live in Gainesville, Georgia. These folks are on their feet. They are ready for World Championship Wrestling. In our main event, we have the WCW Television Championship on the line. It is DDP going against Randy Savage in what should be a blockbuster. And also tonight we see Hogan in his first action here tonight going against none other than Conan here in Gainesville, Georgia. Folks, what a card we have tonight. Getting things kicked off, we have the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament. We are starting things off here with Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero is certainly no stranger to Cruiserweight Wrestling. He is one of the best we have here in WCW. Eddie Guerrero, one of the best wrestlers in the world as we speak. You just know that Eddie Guerrero is eyeing that Cruiserweight Championship belt, and here is the bracket, folks. Eddie Guerrero and Juventud Guerrera kick us off. The winner of this will face Malenko or Billy Kidman, and that match will be on Saturday night. But here we go, folks. Eddie Guerrero. These fans here in Gainesville showing little love to Eddie Guerrero, which is very surprising, knowing that he is one of the top faces we have here in World Championship Wrestling. He is going against a man that he is no stranger to. This is Juventud Guerrera. Juventud Guerrera has had multiple rivalries here in WCW. He's went against Chris Jericho. He's went against Rey Mysterio on numerous occasions. Even in Mexico, he went against Rey Mysterio. And man, this would be a huge win for him to pick up here over Eddie Guerrero in our first match in this Cruiserweight tournament. What a way for him to kick off his appearance here in WCW Universe Mode. This should be a fast-paced match. These two guys are two of the fastest men here in the locker room in World Championship Wrestling, and these fans know they're in for a treat. And here we go, folks. Cruiserweight tournament getting started. Starting off with the Frankensteiner there is Juventud Guerrera, and Eddie Guerrero already on the defense. What is he looking for here? Eddie Guerrero, neck breaker from Eddie Guerrero. Very unique neck breaker from Eddie Guerrero. And crossbody, springboard crossbody from Eddie Guerrero. Eddie getting off to a hot start here. Juventud Guerrero better find something, and he better find it quick. Eddie Guerrero throwing Juventud into the air, letting him land on that mat, and now the head scissors from Eddie. And boy, Eddie is showing a fast start. Oh, here's Juventud locking the arms. Oh, backbreaker there from Juventud Guerrera. Shades of Chris Jericho there. And what is Juventud looking for? Already looking for a diving attack to the outside. Juventud Guerrera, and these fans are loving every second of it. Throwing caution into the wind as Juventud, and these fans are loving every second. Gainesville, Georgia's on their feet for these two tremendous wrestlers in WCW. This should be such an exciting tournament. We are witnessing already what this tournament has in store for us. And there's no better way to kick it off than with Juventud and Eddie Guerrero. Getting action back in the ring here. Didn't take long for it to get to the outside. Eddie taking advantage of Juventud. Slow time to get back in the ring, in there with another neck breaker from Eddie Guerrero. Going underneath. What is he looking for? Another slam into the mat, another toss in the air, and already going for a pin. No, just a one count there from Eddie Guerrero. Oh, and what a hell of a lariat from Guerrero. Multiple punches and chops, and Eddie Guerrero, what's he looking for here? Another Frankensteiner there. Second one we've seen in this match so far. And this match is already all over the place. No, Eddie catching that kick to the gut. Kick to the gut from Eddie. What's he looking for here? Oh, what a power slam by Eddie Guerrero. That could do it. If he goes for that pin. Oh, I thought that Eddie was going to go for the pin there. Decides not to go for the pin. Brainbuster there from Eddie Guerrero. And now he's going up top. What's he looking for? Is he going to look for the frog splash? Frog splash from Eddie Guerrero. Here, this could be it. 2. No! Juventud Guerrero kicking out of that frog splash. And this match continues. Not even fazed by that frog splash. And a Frankensteiner hooks the legs. 2. No! Eddie Guerrero able to escape that. And that would have been a hellacious way to end this match. Another pin, just a 1 count there. And boy, this match is all over the place. And another diving outside move from Juventud Guerrero. And we are back to the outside. Second time in this match that we've went to the outside. Head scissors from Juventud, and he's feeling it now. Eddie Guerrero better catch himself, and there he goes with a drop kick to Juventud. These two have an answer for each other, and now Eddie working on the arm, maybe looking for a strategy kick to the back, and now Eddie is feeling this crowd. Boy, this crowd, like I said, was in for a treat, and we are seeing every bit of that word being backed up here tonight. And what another drop kick there from Eddie Guerrero. Holy cow, man, this match is just all over the place. So fast-paced. You knew it was going to happen. And, folks, we are seeing a hell of an opener here in Gainesville, Georgia, with these two amazing cruiserweights throwing everything they got at each other. And this is only the tip of the iceberg of what to expect in this tournament. Leapfrog there from Eddie. What's he looking for? Another toss to the air. Tosses Juventud into the air, letting him land on the mat. And that does it, folks. Holy hell. What a way to end this match. That might have just took the last breath out of Juventud Guerrero. And boy, what a match between those two cruiserweights. And Eddie Guerrero is moving on to the next tournament. Next round, excuse me. He will face either Billy Kidman or Dean Malenko. Boy, what an opener. Like I said earlier, this crowd not showing much love for Eddie Guerrero, and that's very surprising as he is one of the top cruiserweights we got in World Championship Wrestling. But nonetheless, folks, here is the bracket. Juventud Guerrero obviously is out of the tournament. But folks, what is up next for tonight? And here is Psycho Sid and Bobby Heenan getting words with Psycho Sid. Yes, the WCW fans would love to know why Psycho Sid attacked Sting after Saturday night. Oh, wow. And Sid basically saying it's jealousy, as he's saying that he was supposed to be the man instead of Sting in WCW. Wow, what a selfish human being Sid has become. Oh, and Heenan. Wow, Heenan talking business with Sid. What in the hell? What in the hell is going on between those two? Wow, we will find out, get some word on that sooner or later. But back to the action, folks. We are here with the Faces of Fear and some tag team action. They are getting the privilege here to take on the WCW Tag Team Champions, the Outsiders, and the Faces of Fear, making their first appearance as a duo here in Universe Mode. We saw Ming go against DDP. He failed to come out victorious against the television champion, but nonetheless he put up a great fight against DDP. But now he has his tag team partner along with Jimmy Hart. The Faces of Fear are two of the baddest dudes in World Championship Wrestling. Ming is alone probably the baddest dude, and then the Barbarian on top of that. Man, you definitely have your hands full when you have to face these two guys as a duo. The Outsiders should have a hard time putting pinning these two guys to the mat. There's no doubt about it. The Outsiders better become prepared. They better not be relaxed, because the Faces of Fear will definitely take advantage of it if they come out slow and nonchalant here. But nonetheless, folks, the Faces of Fear are here in Gainesville, Georgia, awaiting the Outsiders. Boy, and I bet they wish this was a title match. But man, what a match this should be. These two teams have not really seen each other very much, and boy, this is going to be an interesting contest. But now we have the Outsiders crashing the show we had on Saturday, and also getting a victory against the Harlem Heat on last week's Nitro in Club La Vila. These two guys coming out successful, but what was a hell of a main event between them and the Harlem Heat. Should be another one tonight, folks. Should be another great tag team match. The Outsiders better not get too comfortable with the belts, because there are some teams out there that have them on their radar, and they are definitely coming for those belts. The Steiners, the Harlem Heat, Nasty Boys, well, you name it. There are some tag teams that are hungry for the gold. The Outsiders just seem to take it as a nonchalant belt. They don't really take a lot of pride in the tag team title. It seems like they just, they're just going through the motions with it, and that will soon kick them in the tail eventually. But here we go, folks. We have our tag team action. Faces of Fear, NWO, Outsiders. Here we go, folks. Tag team action here in Gainesville, Georgia. Kevin Nash not slow at all to already make a tag here, and Scott Hall going for that gut of Ming. Ming is definitely not going to take that. Now he grabs Scott Hall, throws him around like a rag doll, and Scott Hall able to get out of that. Missed time that back elbow from Scott Hall. Ming looking for going for an attack, but misses. Counters Scott Hall, and belly to belly suplex there from Ming. Going for an early pin here. No, one count from Scott Hall, and Ming has to do more damage to Scott Hall, obviously, as this match has just begun. And now we might see a tag here by the Faces of Fear, and we do. And here is the Barbarian, his first appearance in Universe Mode. Big back body drop by the tandem. The Faces of Fear and Barbarian is fired up, and both Scott Hall and Nash are down on the outside. Looking for a power slam. Scott Hall able to counter it, but boy, what a power slam that would have been to the outside. Would have definitely scrambled the eggs of Scott Hall. Kick to the midsection from Scott Hall. Wasted a little time to get it back in the ring. Oh, pump handle? No. No, looking for a pump handle there. No prevail. And already we see another tag, and Kevin Nash getting back in the ring. And boy, the Outsiders are, well, they're kind of just going through the motions here. You don't really see any offense from Hall and Nash this far. Snake eyes in the corner from Kevin Nash. Barbarian might not know where he is after that snake eyes. And Nash just slinging Barbarian around like a rag doll. And these guys are just working in and out now here on the Faces of Fear. And there's that strategy from the Outsiders that makes them so successful. Just the strategy game working in and out. Another missed time back elbow from Scott Hall. That is the second time we've seen him do that in this match. Well, the Faces of Fear better get on the attack early and often, because the tag champs are just owning them right now. And Kevin Nash there with a punch of the gut. And now power slam to the mat. And Kevin Nash going for the pin. No, Barbarian able to kick out there. And boy, Barbarian better get on the A game now, because it is looking like desperation time from the Faces of Fear. They're getting owned right now by the Outsiders. Kevin Nash dodging that uppercut, and he takes advantage. Powerbomb there from Kevin Nash, making it look easy right now. Is the Outsiders. A big boot to the grill of the Barbarian. And here we go again, another tag from the Outsiders. Hall and Nash are looking unbeatable right now. Another pin. Ming able to break it up, and Ming needs a tag. In 2 weeks, we will have our first pay-per-view here in WCW Universe Mode. It is Spring Stampede. These superstars will collide for the belts here in Charlotte, North Carolina in the Independence Arena. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You do not want to miss it, folks. It is Spring Stampede. They need back from the break, folks. Ming and Barbarian taking control of this match now. The Outsiders are now on their heels, as Ming was able to get in the match and turn things around for the Faces of Fear. But now we see Scott Hall attacking Ming on the outside. Scott Hall not the legal man. And atomic drop there from Scott Hall. And he brings Ming back in the ring. And now Kevin Nash going to work on the Barbarian, slinging him in the ring. Boy, this match is all over the place as well. Oh, what a face buster from Nash. A punch to the gut there from Hall. And we see the strategy in here is the Razor's Edge. The Razor's Edge. Will we see it? Razor's Edge from Scott Hall. And that could be it. And Jimmy Hart getting involved. What is Jimmy Hart doing? And Barbarian able to break up the count. And that is exactly what the Faces of Fear needed. That manager they have of Jimmy Hart able to distract the ref. That could have been it, folks. That Razor's Edge damn sure could have ended the match right there. But Jimmy Hart able to save Ming. Boy, the Outsiders are not used to another manager getting involved. Usually it's them, the ones distracting the referee. And now the Faces of Fear have turned the tables on the Outsiders. Oh, and here we go. Choke slam there from Scott Hall. What a choke slam from Scott Hall. And that could be it. 1, 2, no. Barbarian able to get in there and break up that count. Kevin Nash slinging him to the outside. And boy, what is Scott Hall looking for here? Misses with that clothesline. And now Ming. What is Ming? Bear hug from Ming. That powerful Ming with that bear hug on Scott Hall. That could leave some internal damage to Scott Hall if he's not able to break this. And here he's breaking the bear hug now to Scott Hall. Looking for a shoulder tackle. And here is the Razor's Edge again, folks. Razor's Edge. Ming is in trouble. Ming's in trouble. Razor's Edge. Will Jimmy Hart get involved again? And there is Jimmy Hart, but no, not able to get involved with Barbarian there in time to break up the 3 count. Damn, that could have been it again, folks. That is the second time Barbarian or Jimmy Hart is able to save Ming. Ming needs a tag, and he needs it quick because Scott Hall is on the upper hand right now. Discus lariat from Scott Hall. And he is taking it to Ming now. Punch to the gut, and Ming looks to be dazed right now. And we see another tag from the Outsiders. These two men are definitely playing the strategy game, and that will definitely win you any tag team match. And that is why they are the tag champs, folks. Inverted atomic drop. Not able to even get a 2 count before Scott Hall breaks up the count. Now Ming going to work with some punches to the grill of Kevin Nash. What is Ming looking for here? Clothesline from Ming. What a hell of a clothesline from Ming. No, face to the sternum of Kevin Nash. And Nash might be in trouble here. Looking for a chokeslam, does Ming. And Nash able to get out of that chokeslam. And now double hand chokeslam from Nash. And that might be it too. And that is it. The Outsiders coming out on top against the Faces of Fear. Holy hell. What a tag team match here on Nitro. And now we will hear from the Outsiders again. While Nash laying out the challenge there to multiple tag teams in here in World Championship Wrestling. And there it is, folks. We will see the tag titles on the line at Spring Stampede, but we have no idea who will be the challengers in that match. Oh, and a #1 contenders match on Saturday night between the Heat and the Steiners. That should be a clash of the Titans. Here's Ric Flair. What does he have to say to Eric Bischoff? Wow, and Ric Flair able to get in the head of Eric Bischoff and become the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. But there is a stipulation, Bischoff says. Oh, and we will see Arn Anderson and Ric Flair in a tag match against Bret Hart on Saturday. And Bret Hart gets to choose his partner for that tag match. Who in the hell will the Hitman choose for that match? And Flair seems okay with that deal. As long as he gets his title match, that is all he cares about. And while what does Ric Flair mean by asset when he says that to Bischoff? What does that mean from the Nature Boy? Is he looking to maybe plan an attack against Bret Hart? Back to the action, folks, here in Gainesville, Georgia. Getting things kicked back off with the Cruiserweight Tournament. We have Chavo Guerrero Jr. here in Gainesville, and this crowd is on his side. Another Guerrero here in action tonight, as we saw Eddie be the first competitor to advance to the second round of the Cruiserweight Tournament, and Chavo looking to do the same as his Uncle Eddie. Chavo is without question one of the other best cruiserweights here in World Championship Wrestling. He would love nothing better than to take out Chris Jericho here in the first round of this tournament. What a statement that would be from Chavo, as he lost on Saturday to Kurt Hennig in what was actually a surprisingly great singles competition. Here is Chris Jericho. This crowd having mixed emotions about Jericho, and you know, if Chris Jericho just wasn't as cocky as he is, man, he would be such a likable competitor, but the cockiness just it doesn't win over the fans, and they show that they do not like Chris Jericho. But you got to give the man his credit. He is actually one of the top young talents we have in World Championship Wrestling, with his backgrounds of ECW, as I mentioned, and last week actually getting the pin, or the submission, the tap out from Bret Hart. He was able to make the World Heavyweight Champion tap out, but with a little bit of help from Ric Flair. This is Jericho's second match here in Universe Mode, and well, he has a huge chance to start off 2-0. But man, after last week seeing Chavo Guerrero, man, Chavo Guerrero is no slouch here in World Championship Wrestling. But Chris Jericho is probably taking Chavo as a slouch competitor. But nonetheless, folks, here we go. Here is our Cruiserweight match number 2. These fans would actually love nothing more than to see Chavo Guerrero pick up the win on Chris Jericho. That would be a sight to behold. And Chris Jericho already in the early offense. Hooks the arms behind. German suplex into a pin, but no prevail from Jericho. And what a drop kick there from Chris Jericho. Another suplex from Chris. Didn't take him long to get on the attack, as we see another German suplex from the young Chris Jericho, and he's looking to go up top. Crossbody to the outside from Chris Jericho, and he has all the momentum right now, and Chavo Guerrero needs to figure something out, and he needs to figure it out quick. Knee to the temple from Chris Jericho. Didn't take long for this action to go to the outside. Getting things back in the ring now. And he's going back up top once again. Elbow to the back from Chris Jericho. And he's looking for another pin. And Chavo is in trouble. 2, no. Chavo Guerrero able to kick out. And that could have possibly been it, folks. Chavo Guerrero is in trouble. Chris Jericho has been on top of this match from the beginning, since the sound of the bell, and now rapid punches to the face of Chavo Guerrero. And now the disrespect from Chris Jericho, just kicks to the forehead of Chavo, now a kick to the back. And boy, Chris Jericho has no problem embarrassing his opponents, as he is doing to Guerrero thus far. And now we see an abdominal stretch from Jericho, punishing Chavo right now, and Chavo able to get out of it with those punches, head scissors, and Chavo now can look for some offense. Another head scissors from Chavo, shades of his Uncle Eddie, and now Chavo's feeling it, celebrating too soon, and here is a power slam. No, Chavo able to get out of that power slam. Missed with that lariat, and Jericho able to capitalize. Backbreaker from Jericho. Boy, Chris Jericho looking impressive here in his first competition here in this Cruiserweight tournament. Taking over this match with no problem. Chavo not able to find anything deep down in the bag of tricks that he has. But there's a brainbuster from Chavo. Brainbuster from Chavo going into that pin. 2, no. Chris Jericho able to barely kick out of that brainbuster, and that brainbuster came from absolutely out of nowhere. And what is Chavo looking for here? Oh, what a move from Chavo Guerrero. Into the pin once more. 2, no. Chris Jericho able to kick out again. That is 2 close back-to-back pinfalls that Chris Jericho has barely able to kick out of. And now Chavo is feeling it, taking Jericho back to the outside, and Chavo Guerrero is now in control. Knee to the back there from Chavo, and now misses with that kick to the head, and that could have possibly put Jericho out. of this match. That kick to the temple would have connected, but Jericho able to barely slither out of it. Throws Chavo into that barricade. Oh no, oh no! Rams the back of Chavo into that barricade, and that has to possibly injure Chavo. Boy, what a turn of events we just seen. An interesting sequence of moves, and now Jericho sizing up Chavo, thinking about what he's gonna do next. Chop into that barricade. Now rapid punches from Chris Jericho. Oh no. Back suplex in to that barricade, and Chavo Guerrero might be out of this match. His back might be out, folks. Maybe a herniated disc, maybe something done to that disc, but that could absolutely take Chavo out of this match, take any opponent out of a match. And now looking for a suplex. Does Chris Jericho and Chavo able to show some resiliency? Another head scissors from Chavo, and he goes back into the pin. One count from Chavo, and he knows he needs to do something quick to Chris Jericho, and that knee to the temple might have shook up Jericho, and another knee to the temple from Chavo. Boy, and Chavo is getting fired up now. Sizing up Jericho. Does Chavo, and what is he looking for? No, head scissors once again. Hurricane Rana from Chavo Guerrero. And that is exactly what he needed to gain some more momentum. Springboard crossbody from Chavo, and Chavo might do it here. Two, no. Chris Jericho showing resiliency as well, able to kick out of that crossbody. And that crossbody had some oomph to it, if you will. And DDT from Chavo Guerrero. And the tables have completely turned in this match, and Chavo Guerrero sizing up Chris Jericho. No prevail. Chris Jericho able to get out of that. And here we go. Here is the Walls of Jericho, the Lion Tamer, if you will. That Boston Crab that Chris Jericho goes to every match. And here is Chavo Guerrero tapping out, and Chris Jericho picking up the victory here in the first round of this tournament. What a match we've seen. Both matches of this tournament have been absolutely spectacular thus far. And boy, you hate to see Chavo Guerrero have to tap out, but man, after those back suplexes into the barricade and that Boston Crab combined, you can't blame him for tapping out to Chris Jericho, and Jericho is successful here tonight, folks. And let's take another look at the Cruiserweight bracket as Chris Jericho eliminates Chavo, and Chris Jericho will face either Psychosis or Rey Mysterio. That match will take place on Saturday. In 2 weeks, we will have our first pay-per-view here in WCW Universe Mode. It is Spring Stampede. These superstars will collide for the belts here in Charlotte, North Carolina in Independence Arena. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You do not want to miss it, folks. It is Spring Stampede. Back here in Gainesville, Georgia, and Chris Jericho has some words for this crowd here in Gainesville. And here we go, Chris Jericho claiming that he is the fastest up-and-coming wrestler in professional wrestling today. Bold statement from Jericho, and wait a minute, here's Goldberg. Goldberg getting in the face of Jericho, and this should get interesting. Wow, intense stare down between those two young cats here in World Championship Wrestling. And speaking of Goldberg, here is his competitor tonight. Here is his opponent, Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan, one of the strangest dudes that's ever came through World Championship Wrestling. One of the strangest men that's been in professional wrestling in general. He is definitely an evil individual, and man, he could definitely be the man to spoil the first appearance of Goldberg tonight. Kevin Sullivan would love nothing better than to make these fans go home disappointed in Bill Goldberg. And these fans are on their feet as they are witnessing the first appearance in Universe Mode of Bill Goldberg. And the Goldberg chants are echoing throughout the arena. Highly anticipated appearance from Goldberg. And there is Goldberg. And there is Goldberg, folks. Goldberg is here, and he is here for some destruction. He is here to demolish Kevin Sullivan. He is here to make a great first appearance in Universe Mode and set the tone for himself. What an intimidating individual is Goldberg. Any man could be intimidated by that individual. The strength and size of Bill Goldberg is certainly one to make a man turn around and walk the other way. But nonetheless, folks, Bill Goldberg is in Gainesville, Georgia. And boy, he is looking determined here tonight. This could actually have the potential to be one of the better matches tonight, folks. But man, it's hard to top what we've seen this far. Kevin Sullivan, certainly not a slouch in the least. He has actually done a lot here in World Championship Wrestling, but Bill Goldberg does not care about that, as he is on the early attack of Kevin Sullivan. Fireman's carry, slingshot into the ropes from Goldberg. We're going to see a powerbomb from Goldberg. What a powerbomb from Goldberg. What a powerbomb. And wait a minute, Goldberg looking for another powerbomb. What a feat of strength by Goldberg as he lifts Kevin Sullivan off the ground. And Kevin Sullivan is not a light individual, folks. Goldberg showing that tremendous strength that he possesses, and he is just dominating Kevin Sullivan from the opening bell. And it is apparent that Bill Goldberg is in control. And as soon as I say that, Kevin Sullivan takes advantage of Goldberg. Series of chops, wrenching the arm. And Kevin Sullivan looking for some offense now. And what is he looking for? Slingshots him into the ropes as Goldberg did to Kevin Sullivan earlier. And now Kevin Sullivan dominating Goldberg. Oh, what an attack on the arm. That could break the arm of Goldberg. That vintage Kevin Sullivan stomping on the gut of his opponent. And Kevin Sullivan looking in control. And this crowd is speechless right now, looking for that another stomp to the gut. And a lariat from Goldberg. Into the pin does Goldberg. One count from Goldberg. Boy, Kevin Sullivan showing some fight here as he has a lariat set up for Goldberg, and now big back body drop. And what is Kevin Sullivan looking for? Spine buster from Kevin Sullivan, and he is setting up. What is he looking for? Kick to the temple from Kevin Sullivan. That could damn sure be it. 2. No! Goldberg able to kick out of that kick to the temple, and Goldberg might not know where he is right now. Kevin Sullivan with a surprise appearance here, taking on Goldberg, and he is now showing Goldberg what it's like to get in the ring with Kevin Sullivan. It is not an easy task to take out Kevin Sullivan, as we see a second lariat there, and we see a third lariat from Kevin Sullivan, and Kevin Sullivan is damn sure getting under the skin of this crowd, as they cannot believe that he is dominating Goldberg right now, and Goldberg able to respond to Sullivan and slow down the momentum, if you will. And there is a punch to the back of the head from the top turnbuckle. Goldberg rarely goes to the top turnbuckle. Running power slam from Goldberg. And Goldberg looking to gain that momentum back, and now just slings Sullivan around like a rag doll, and he is fired up. What a turn of events, folks. Both men having an answer for each other, and Kevin Sullivan able to respond back to Goldberg, and now he is back in control. Another lariat. We might see those series of lariats one more time, and we will. Another one from Kevin Sullivan. A third lariat. Absolutely chopping down Goldberg. Looking for that stomp, missed time. That stomp to the gut, and Goldberg is now looking to end this match any way he can, looking for any offense that he can. And this match is now going to the outside, and Goldberg looking to do some more damage to Kevin Sullivan. Boy, this crowd cannot believe the fight that Kevin Sullivan is putting up right now. And what a powerbomb from Goldberg onto the outside. Kevin Sullivan able to respond quick, though, even though he hit his head on the mat on the outside, showing that toughness. Missed time that move. Did Sullivan, and wait a minute. Goldberg setting up the jackhammer. Will we see the jackhammer? Jackhammer from Goldberg. That has to do it. No! Kevin Sullivan able to kick out of the jackhammer. Oh my goodness. What a kick out from Kevin Sullivan. Bill Goldberg going from the second rope, and he is frustrated right now. He cannot believe Kevin Sullivan kicked out of the jackhammer. Oh my gosh, folks. Kevin Sullivan making a name right now. He's been in WCW for some time, and that age is not showing right now. And wait a minute, celebrating too soon. Did Kevin Sullivan, and he set himself up for another jackhammer. That has to do it. A second jackhammer. 1, 2, and 3. Bill Goldberg, wouldn't say a dominant performance, but Kevin Sullivan turning some heads here in WCW as he put the fight to Goldberg, but nonetheless, Goldberg gets the win here in Gainesville, Georgia for his first appearance. What a match between those two gladiators, and Goldberg and Kevin Sullivan. My goodness, what a show this has been so far, folks. Still come tonight in the main event, we have the television championship on the line between DDP and Randy Savage. But up next, folks, we have Hulk Hogan in his first competition against Conan. K-Dog Conan is in the building in Gainesville, Georgia. But here for Saturday night, we heard earlier that Bret Hart will get a partner of his choosing going against Arn Anderson and Ric Flair. And also, folks, on Saturday night, we will see the third match of the Cruiserweight Tournament. It is Psychosis going against Rey Mysterio. And the last match of the first round of the Cruiserweight Tournament, it is Billy Kidman going against Dean Malenko, the winner of that, facing Eddie Guerrero. That is all on Saturday night, folks. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the first appearance from Conan. Gainesville, Georgia's on their feet for Conan. A dominant competitor in ECW was Conan. Conan facing tons of competitors in ECW. where he really got his upstart in professional wrestling, making his name in Extreme Championship Wrestling, branched out into World Championship Wrestling, and ever since he has been in World Championship Wrestling, he has been a consistent winner here in WCW, and now he looks to keep that trend going as he faces Hulk Hogan, and I'm sure the Outsiders will be accompanying Hulk Hogan for this match. There's no doubt about it. He's going to have the deck stacked against him, as he will have to go against basically the NWO. Here is Hulk Hogan, folks. We saw the Outsiders earlier. They were victorious against the Faces of Fear, but now it is time for Hulk Hogan to make his first in-ring appearance here in Universe Mode. Certainly not against the weak at heart against Conan. Conan is a man that can take you to the limit each and every night, and Hulk Hogan might not know what he has coming to him, because Conan looks ready to go. But nonetheless, the Outsiders are damn sure going to play a factor in this match, I can assume. These fans have mixed emotions about the New World Order, but Hulk Hogan is on the quest for the World Heavyweight Championship, as we saw him talk about last week. But from the looks of it, he is not going to have a match anytime soon for the World Heavyweight Championship, because we heard earlier tonight that Ric Flair and Bret Hart are going toe-to-toe at Spring Stampede for the World Heavyweight Championship. And obviously another man that was in the quest for the title was Sting, but he is nowhere to be found. He was taken out by Sid Vicious. So Sting is no longer in the title picture, but boy, it'll be interesting to hear from Sting anytime soon. But Hulk Hogan here tonight, folks, in his first in-ring competition, as I stated earlier. And this should be another blockbuster match, as we have seen in every match this far tonight. So hopefully Hulk Hogan and Conan can keep the rally going and give us another blockbuster match. And here we go, folks. Hulk Hogan and Conan going at it. Early lariat from Conan, the dynamic Conan. Surely a versatile competitor, to say the least. A combination of strength and agility does Conan possess, and Hulk Hogan is definitely going to be put to the test, as Conan with the head scissors there from Conan, able to get out of that abdominal stretch from Hogan. Kick to the God, and what a DDT there from Conan, going for the pin. 1, 2, and no. Hogan able to kick out at 2, and Hogan is now realizing that he has his work cut out for him here tonight against Conan. And wait a minute, Eddie Guerrero tonight, we saw him in competition. He is here on the side of Conan. Wow, maybe there is an alliance being formed that we talked about on Saturday night. Maybe Eddie Guerrero and Conan will look to maybe start an alliance here to maybe even the odds against the NWO, but they are still outnumbered, as Hall and Nash are on the outside. Chop from Hogan. Series of chops and punches in the corner. Conan does not have an answer. Kick to the knee of Hogan, and maybe that's Conan's strategy. Maybe he needs to go for the low base of Hogan. Hogan is definitely a top-heavy competitor, and Conan maybe sees that is his opening. Maybe he needs to go for the legs, but we see a face buster from Conan. 1 count. That rolling face buster from Conan. Surely a vintage Conan moment there. Big boot from Hogan. 1, 2, and no. Conan able to kick out of the big boot there from Hogan. And Eddie Guerrero getting involved now. Eddie Guerrero looking to get in the head of Hulk Hogan. In 2 weeks, we will have our first pay-per-view here in WCW Universe Mode. It is Spring Stampede. These superstars will collide for the belts here in Charlotte, North Carolina in Independence Arena. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You do not want to miss it, folks. It is Spring Stampede. Be able to take advantage, and we see a sleeper hold from Conan. Hulk Hogan able to get out of that sleeper with a jawbreaker there. Hulk Hogan, man, he is certainly surprised by the skill set of Conan as he mistimes that Irish whip. Both men looking to do the same thing. Chop from Hogan, punch to the face. Fireman's carry here from Hogan. What is he looking for? Slingshot into the ropes. Conan able to reverse Hulk Hogan. And wait a minute, what is Conan looking for? Suplex into a brainbuster from Conan. And there is Kevin Nash getting involved on the apron. Big boot from Hogan. And now Eddie Guerrero's getting involved. Responding to the NWO. Eddie Guerrero is fed up, and Hulk Hogan's going for the pin, but no ref there to make the count. Eddie Guerrero returning the favor. Here is now the count. 1, 2, no. Conan able to kick out at 2, and Eddie Guerrero is still chirping to the outsiders on the outside. Eddie Guerrero might just be the man to respond to the NWO and stand up to the NWO. Hulk Hogan celebrating too soon. Irish whip into the ropes. Conan not able to get a maneuver in there, but he mistimes that, and now Hogan looking for the big leg drop. Leg drop from Hogan. That has to be it. That could be it, folks. 1, 2, and that is it. Hulk Hogan getting his first win. The outsiders able to play a factor in this match as Conan was sure in control, but as we saw Kevin Nash get involved and distract Conan, Hogan able to take advantage and get that leg drop in as we see. Gets the 1, 2, 3 to Hogan, and all the NWO is undefeated, and Eddie Guerrero going to check on Conan. Make sure Conan is okay, and wait a minute, what is Eddie Guerrero looking to do here now? Maybe we might see a stand here from Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero chirping at the NWO. And that is exactly what these fans wanted to see. They wanted to see somebody stand up to the NWO. Eddie Guerrero is the man. And the NWO taunt Eddie Guerrero, and he looks furious. And here is DDP. And DDP barking at Randy Savage, and that match is next. In 2 weeks, we will have our first pay-per-view here in WCW Universe Mode. It is Spring Stampede. These superstars will collide for the belts here in Charlotte, North Carolina in Independence Arena. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You do not want to miss it, folks. It is Spring Stampede. Back here in Gainesville, Georgia, folks, for this highly anticipated main event for the television championship. We have Randy Savage and DDP close us out here on the second episode of Nitro. And here we go, folks. Here is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. These fans are on their feet for Randy Savage, who looks to make his first reign as a champion here in WCW. If he could be successful tonight here against Diamond Dallas Page. These two definitely have a lot of history and a lot of unfinished business. The first time these two men will square off here in Universe Mode, and man, what a feel there is in this arena right now. So much anticipation for this match. This main event has freaking 5-star written all over it. Boy, what a reaction the Macho Man would get if he could beat DDP tonight. These fans cannot stand Diamond Dallas Page. They would love nothing more than to see Randy Savage beat him for the belt tonight. And now just awaiting Diamond Dallas Page, the television champion, already having to put the belt on the line against Randy Savage. Boy, this is going to be a hell of a match. And there he is, folks. Diamond Dallas Page is in Gainesville, Georgia, and he is as cocky as ever, going against Randy Savage, who he cannot stand. As he said earlier, when he saw Randy Savage on the card, he licked his chops. He said that he is willing to defend the belt any other day of the week if it's against Randy Savage. These two guys, I'm telling you, they cannot stand each other. Diamond Dallas Page and Randy Savage absolutely hate each other's guts, and these fans know it, and that is why they are so excited for this match. This is going to be a blockbuster, folks. You can just see the cockiness in the walk of Diamond Dallas Page. He knows that he's getting under the skin of every fan here in Gainesville, Georgia. He knows that they're all against him tonight, and he likes it that way. He likes the fans to root against him. He sees it as motivation. And here we go, folks, the highly anticipated television championship title match. It is on the line tonight, folks. Our first title defense in WCW Universe Mode. And boy, what a feel there is in this arena right now. It is rocking. These fans are on their feet. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The title match that we have been awaiting all week. Here is Diamond Dallas Page, Randy Savage, two legends going at it for your television championship in the main event of Nitro. What else is there to see? Boy, there is an exciting feel in this arena, and here we go. Randy Savage running in to that big back body drop, and Diamond Dallas Page slamming the head of Randy Savage into the mat. Now back, elbow to the back of Savage. Diamond Dallas Page chirping a little bit at Savage, and Randy able to take advantage of that, slamming DDP's head into the mat. And what is he looking for? Power driver by Randy Savage. Diamond Dallas Page rolls out of the ring, maybe looking to regroup here. Randy Savage not giving him any time to miss that axe handle from the top turnbuckle to the outside, and DDP baits Randy Savage to the outside with that backbreaker. And now DDP is back on the attack, and we see a knee to the temple there from Diamond Dallas Page, and now another slam to the mat from Randy Savage. That running slam, as you can see there. And now getting things back into the ring. Diamond Dallas Page looking to take advantage again, but no, mistimed punch from DDP lands into a jawbreaker. Now he is able to counter that. And what we see here from DDP, slingshot into the ropes. Belly to belly suplex from DDP. Boy, you do not see that from DDP often. A belly to belly suplex on the Macho Man, mistimed back elbow from Diamond Dallas Page, the television champion, able to counter the elbow with a shoulder block. And now he is in control with a discus lariat there into the pin. 1, 2, no. Savage able to kick out, and boy, that would have been a very, very pissed off crowd in Gainesville if he was able to land a 3 count there. And now just wrenching the arm in the ropes. Does DDP. Kick to the gut. Powerbomb from DDP. A swinging powerbomb out of the corner there. What a move from DDP. Randy Savage able to gain advantage and counter that move on the ground. Inverted atomic drop. A third one. Will we see a third? Inverted atomic drop from Randy Savage. A little bit of vintage Randy Savage there. Irish whip. Arm drag. Getting things back on the outside. Punch to the gut from Randy Savage. Boy, this crowd is on their feet here in Gainesville. They are loving every second of this main event. Randy Savage able to get that elbow to the top of the head of DDP. DDP might be scrambled here, folks. Randy Savage getting to this crowd, and DDP does not like that one bit, but there's not a damn thing he can do about it. Suplex on the outside from Randy Savage, and DDP does not know where he is at. Punch to the face from Savage, and man, he is absolutely dominating the champion right now. He is showing that he deserves to be the champ instead of Diamond Dallas Page. And Diamond Dallas Page, another belly to belly onto the mat on the outside. Breaking the count as DDP. Bringing it back to the outside again though. And Savage able to gain control and slingshot into the barricade. What a move from Savage, and he rolls to the inside, breaking the count again. And boy, DDP recovered fast from that slingshot into the barricade. And boy, these two guys are absolutely tearing each other apart as we expected here. And what will we see from Diamond Dallas Page? Spinning powerbomb. Powerbomb, sit out powerbomb by DDP. Oh, only a 2 count. Randy Savage able to break the count at 2.5. And Diamond Dallas Page with a cutter. We see a cutter from Diamond Dallas Page. 1, 2, and Randy Savage with the ring awareness able to get to the bottom rope. And DDP is livid. That sure as hell could have been it if DDP was able to get Savage to the middle of the ring. And he knows he messed up, and he is looking to make up for his mistake. Punch to the grill from the second rope. Little shades of Ted DiBiase there. 2, no. Savage able to kick out at 2.5 again. And this match continues. Savage able to counter that ground attack. Spinning powerbomb. Power slam from Savage. What is Savage looking to set up here? Breaking the eyes of DDP. Chin breaker, jaw breaker there from Savage, and Savage slowly going to the corner, and we know what this is. We see Savage do this every time we see him in action. Top rope elbow from Randy Savage. Able to get a 2 count there. Not able to get the 3, and these fans are on their feet as they are seeing one of the best matches here in Nitro. Oh my goodness, what a top elbow from Savage. Not able to secure the victory with that elbow though. DDP with the resiliency, a fighting champion to say the least. DDP is damn sure not a fan favorite, but he damn sure is one of the toughest competitors in World Championship Wrestling, as we see another discus lariat from DDP, able to recover from that top rope elbow. And boy, he has all the momentum now. What a side power slam by DDP, and he is fired up. Boy, and Savage does not know where he is at. Bringing it back to the outside, and boy, these two guys have went to the outside at least 3 times here in this match, and these fans, they are just loving this action right now. These guys are going back and forth, man. They absolutely hate each other. Well, who is going to gain control? We're getting to that point in the match where we might see some spaghetti legs. You might see someone gain advantage. But, man, from the looks of it, we don't see that at all, as we see a tombstone to the outside. Shades of The Undertaker. Shades of Sting there. DDP, man, with a rare tombstone. We have seen DDP go into his bag tonight. We've seen belly-to-belly suplexes. We've seen the cutter. We've seen a top rope Ted DiBiase punch from the second rope, and now we might see another cutter. No, able to escape the cutter to Savage. Running knee, able to barely connect that. Clothesline across the back from Randy Savage, and we will see a vertical suplex there from Randy Savage. And boy, these fans know what's about to happen. Another top rope elbow from Randy Savage. Will it connect? He connects with the top rope elbow. That could be it. 2. No! DDP able to kick out once again. What a championship match here in your main event, folks. This has been absolutely off the charts, and it continues again as DDP is able to kick out of a second elbow from the top rope, and man, Savage is livid now. My goodness, man, this match has been everything you need. Resiliency. Boy, there is absolutely endless amounts of endurance in this match, and DDP able to counter that power slam from Randy Savage into a Russian leg sweep, and we will see another spinning set out powerbomb from DDP. 1. No, Savage able to kick out again, and we go to the outside once again. My goodness, I am out of breath, folks. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. These two men are taking each other to the limit, and my goodness, did not expect this match to be this great. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't expect it to be this damn good. And man, we are just getting absolutely a treat tonight, folks. We cannot even begin to explain the amounts of action that we have seen tonight. And a chop there from Savage, working on the leg. Now maybe that's the strategy he has to go to take out the low base of his opponent. And boy, Savage, break to the eyes. Atomic drop there from Savage, and he might be seeing an opening here. Series of punches from Randy Savage. My gosh, I am completely out of breath right now. I cannot begin to explain how much this match has gone through. And we see another top rope elbow from Savage. That has to be it. And that is it, folks. You have a new television champion. Randy Savage is the new television champion here in World Championship Wrestling. These fans are on their feet, folks. DDP is no longer your TV champion. We have a new champion, and what a way to end Nitro, and what a match that was, folks. Randy Savage is the television champion. This crowd cannot believe it. Oh my goodness. What a way to end the show. We will see you on Saturday night, folks, as we have a new TV champion.